beauty, how one tries to praise the great Creator Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He is the most merciful Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He is the most kind of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And for us, and for the creation, and for the believers, He is the most forgiving of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And true, our beloved Habib alayhi salatu was salam, the cause of creation, the best of creation, the essence behind creation, the reality behind creation, the one who diverted the hearts of those that were on the verge of being thrown into the pits of hell and diverted them to the straight path and showed them the way to paradise. The one who showed and gave rights to the slaves who had no value, who had a tag, who had a system of name tagged to their names. Alayhi salatu wassalam gave value and respect to the slaves of Makkatul Mukarramah. The one who elevated the station of the women, where women had no values and no respect. And in the time that we live in, where local media and the time that we live in, where people are saying that Islam and the women within Islam, they have been demoralized, they have no respect. My brothers in Islam, when they come to the respect of women, you cannot look no further than the example of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Alayhi salatu wasalam elevated the station of women. Alayhi salatu wasalam elevated the station of children. Alayhi salatu wasalam to the extent gave respect to the non-Muslims. Our alayhi salatu wasalam is the best of examples in every aspect. My Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam has been sent as a mercy, not just for Muslims, not just for the animals, but for all the alameen, for all the creation. We do not need to look no further than Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Why? Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that the best of creation, the form of creation, the essence of creation, the most beautiful creation is by Habib alayhi salatu wa salam. Allah says in Quran Kareem that my nigam ka markaz, my direction, my focus all the time is glancing upon the chair of my Habib alayhi salatu wa salam. Why are we going in different direction today? Why are people's mindsets have gone into different direction today? The solution to every question is that the tranquility of the heart, sukoon of the heart, purification of the soul, it can only be in one place, and that is Madinatul Munawwarah. That is the city of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We need to understand and remember that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the best of examples. Is Qadil Akmal, is the one who showed us the way on how one to live a life. How did alayhi salatu wasalam conduct the example of their life surrounding non-Muslims? Here we live in the United Kingdom. Our surroundings, majority non-Muslims. Muslims are a minority. How should we be around our communities? How should we conduct our behavior around non-Muslims? What is the real teaching of Islam on how one should be in the society that we live in? And this is the program of our Shaykh who have come to the United Kingdom to remind us and teach us and tell us how one should live in the society that we are living today. Sensitive issues, sensitive matters, extreme measures of height were concerns within the areas we are living in. My brothers, we need to go back 1400 years and look at the example, how alayhi salatu wasalam set the example for us to live. We don't need to look any more further. One hadith Mubarak and take that as a guidance and an inspiration for us all. When we walk in the street, or when we go to work, when we go to college, when we go to a shop, or whenever we're surrounded around non-Muslims, we tend to ignore. This is the reality. We tend to ignore and just walk away. We refuse to smile. We refuse to offer a gesture of happiness. We refuse to offer a space or room for someone to walk ahead instead of ourselves. My brothers, the time that we are living in now is absolutely essential that we need to adopt the character of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We need to adapt that way of alayhi salatu wasalam. What did alayhi salatu wasalam say? Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, a smile is a charity. Where is that smile of our faces today? And this is the message of our Shaykh Qabil, that when we are around non-Muslims, we need to show mercy to these people, not hatred. We must show love to these people. We must show respect to these people, because the best of human civilization is the Sahaba Ikram, Ridwan Ta'ala alayhim ajma'in. The best of example on how a civilization was implemented was in Masjid al-Nabawi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. They are the best of examples. And one example I put before you, where alayhi salatu wassalam wrote a prose, and the companions are present as well. A Jewish funeral procession is going past. A Jewish funeral procession is going past. Mine and yours, alayhi salatu wassalam, what did they do? Did they ignore this? No. Did they just look on? No. Mine and yours, alayhi salatu wassalam, stood up at a death of a Jewish funeral. A death of a Jewish funeral. A body that has been passed away, that has no link to Islam, who is a Jewish. Mine and yours, alayhi salatu wassalam, rahmatan lil alameen, stands up. And the companions stand up instantly. And they say, Ya Rasulullah, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, we sacrifice our parents for you. We sacrifice our lives for you, alayhi salatu wassalam. What is the reason behind this? This is a Jewish. He is not Muslim. He is not amongst us. But this is a lesson that alayhi salatu wassalam, they are doing tarbiyat mubarak to the companions of alayhi salatu wassalam. Alayhi salatu wassalam says, mine and yours, alayhi salatu wassalam didn't say it's a Jewish, it's a Kafir, it's a non-Muslim, it's a Jewish funeral, ignore them, turn their back to them. No! Mine and yours, alayhi salatu wassalam said, isn't he a human? Isn't he a human? Isn't he a human? Human! What does this word mean, human? It derives from the word humanity. Humanity, the basic role of life, is having humanity, respect for another. People are talking about human rights. In this day and age, people are making up laws of 1887 human rights. This law was formed by Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This law was formed by Mehfil alayhi salatu wasalam. When alayhi salatu wasalam stood up and said, it's a human going past, I am standing in respect for that person. And this is a lesson for us today. That our Shaykh Qabil and the Bari al-Muhammadi Gashli from this platform is telling you that Islam is a message of love. Islam is a message of peace. Islam is a message of tolerance. Islam is a message of coexistence and respect. Islam has no room for hatred. Islam has no room for hatred. Islam does not even coexist with the word hatred. You cannot find hatred in Islam. It's impossible. Islam mumkin. When you look at Islam, you only find muhabba, muhabba, and muhabba. And this is the message of this Astana. To remind people, reconnect your souls with Madinatul Munawwara. Just like the great poet says, and it's a lesson for us all, that our lives should be sacrificed upon the way of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That's why the great Shahid says, that Hamari Akaki Muhammad Deen Haqi Shart Awwal hai. That the love of alayhi salatu wasalam is the first rule, is the first rule of life. Isi Mughal Fami, to sab kuch na mukammal hai. If you don't have this, then you have nothing. So regardless of how you conduct your life, fill your heart with the love of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Fill your heart with the love of alayhi salatu wasalam. Just like that famous shair says, Aapsa dono jahan mein nazar aaya hi nahi, kyunki Allah ne koi aur banaya hi nahi. Because the best is Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We should have faqr on our Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam.
We should have pride in our Aqqa alayhi salatu wasalam. We are connected to the one who is alive when we say, Ya Rasulullah, our Aqqa alayhi salatu wasalam did mercy for us. This was the mission of Bawaji Sahib rahmatullah alayhi. This was the mission of Sunni rahmatullah alayhi. This was the mission of Lasani rahmatullah alayhi. And alhamdulillah, this is the mission of Hazur Qibla Alam and the mission of Hazur Qibla Sahib, that we are promoting the message of the love of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam and reminding people to reconnect with the ways of Aqqa alayhi salatu wa salam. May Allah increase our hearts with the love of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And on a final note, I would like to give mubarak to the beautiful organizers of this masjid, the committee of this masjid. Yaseen and these masjid have been made for this purpose, to increase our love for Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. وَمَا عَلَيْنَا إِلَّا الْبَلَاغُ الْمُبِينُ.